I'm gonna do my very best job today, not to set off the fire alarm in the middle of this video. If you missed the last video, check it out. The fire alarm. The middle of a video. Yes, I know. Alright, couple things to talk about today. Hop on over to the screen here. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. This is how far I am in this video. Right here, about halfway through. So I'm gonna click on it so you can see it, but I don't wanna ruin the scores for you. So close your eyes for 2 seconds if you're not halfway through the video. And we're just gonna flip back right to the beginning. There we go. All right, cool. So now what I wanted to talk about is this video in particular, like we talked about well, this isn't actually the purpose of today's video. We're gonna get to that in a second, but this is one of the things I wanted to cover first, which is this video is really good. I'm really liking it. I talked about it in my last video being like, okay, we're gonna watch it. I'm personally excited, but a lot of you guys, I had a lot of comments on that video, a lot of DMs after it being like, basically that people are craving more of this, like more of like good golf, less, a lot of people like to say the hit and giggle, like that has taken over, and it's kind of actually what we're going to talk about a little bit later. And I just think that's naturally more relatable for people, but I think people do have a lot of interest in seeing some of the actually good, no offense to anyone else, but actually good YouTube golfers compete in like straight up stroke play type videos. The good majors are a great way to do that, especially because even though they did the pro one, they still had Brad, Sean, who are pros, and Garrett in it, which I think was very much interesting. But anyway, I'm halfway through this. I'm really enjoying it. It's a 3.5 video. A lot of people were like, I don't have 3 hours. I don't have 3 hours either. This is day 3 of watching it, and I'm still only halfway. I'm watching it like in like 20-25 minute chunks. Usually I don't watch YouTube for more than like half an hour at a time. So I've just kind of been watching it with my morning coffee and very much enjoying it. But it's definitely good. And I think if we could see more of this, I think if we could get a good major with like a bunch of top YouTube golfers, not following wise, but like skill level wise, I think, I don't know, it could be a cool evolution of it. So anyway, that's one great video. Another great video I want to turn you on to in case you haven't seen it, Bryson and Phil break 50. Now, again, I haven't watched this. I will say, be careful, because Bryson likes to post the results on these on Instagram, which is a little triggering. I'm not gonna lie, a little annoying, because it's like there's lots. I know 1.1 million people have clicked on this video, but I guarantee you maybe 50% or less have actually finished it. It's still a 50-minute video. I think a lot more people watch YouTube like I watch YouTube, where you don't have an hour plus to sit down uninterrupted very often. You have lives, you have things you're doing, so you watch it in little chunks. He likes to post the actual scores and results like 2 or 3 days later on Instagram, like a full scorecard. So go like either unfollow Bryson or mute him or something if you don't want to see that. That's what I've done, because it's just like annoying. Like, I want to watch the video when I watch the video. Don't ruin it for me. Anyways, this one's out. I'm not going to ruin it for you. We're just going to play the intro as I talk. Phil Mickelson. It's cool because obviously a legend of the game. He's been on Bryson's channel before. But I do think if Bryson wants to actually do this break 50, which he's been trying to do, like, I mean, the one time he played with Sergio, they played from the white tees. It's like, no, just do it from the red tees and let's see you actually break it, because it's been a while. On the side, the longer it takes him, the more content he gets, the more cool guests he can have on. I think kind of once he breaks it once, it's kind of like, all right, now we've already done it. So I don't know. I think the longer he can keep it going, probably the more guests he can have on will end up working out for him in the long run. But what I want to talk about today, I got a comment on a video like a day ago, 2 days ago. This comment right here, I put it on screen. Comment was like, why don't you talk about big wedge golf? Well, we're going to talk about big wedge golf and why I don't talk about them. Big wedge golf, we have mentioned once on the channel. This is a relatively new YouTube golf channel. You might be saying to yourself, Nate, 500,000 subscribers, Nate, 1 million views a video. That's not new. These are all people who are adjacent to the Sidemen, which is like one of the biggest YouTube groups in the world, definitely one of the biggest in the UK. But a lot of you guys have probably never heard of them, never seen their videos recommended to you, because it's mainly a UK-based audience. The UK audience is huge. KSI, good example. He's a huge UK audience, but until his like Logan Paul crossover back in like 2019, a lot of people in the US didn't really know who he was. So there is a contrast. And I know people in the UK are like, surely that's not true, but it's true. In the Americas, we often don't get recommended these like all UK-based creators. So these guys are UK-based creators. A lot of their audience is probably based out of the UK, maybe like Australia, other places in Europe, but not a ton of presence in the US relative to other channels. Again, I don't get them recommended to me. The other side of that is like, I also, their kind of stuff, another reason why I don't talk about them is because I do not watch their style of content. I just don't. It is not something I choose to consume. I don't like watching 32 handicaps and 36 handicaps play golf. I have literally zero interest in it. Now, that doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that do. Clearly, this video that I just pointed out got 1 million views. That's 1 million more views than my videos get. So like, I'm not trying to sit here and say they're doing something wrong. They're obviously doing something right. It's just me personally. It is absolutely not content I would ever consume, even if it was like my job, which it kind of is. I'm not going to sit and watch it because I'm not going to enjoy it. So that just is what it is. But this group was not created for people like me. This group was created for like a UK version of Good Good, essentially. These guys already have a ton of clout. They already have a ton of following. They already have a ton of people watching them. They're doing, I mean, this is a Good Good video right here. Good Good play, or Good Good, look, I just said it. Big wedge play Among Us too. Like this is UK Good Good for sure, except for the fact that I don't think they have anyone that's like actually good at golf. And it's much more just about the personalities and the comedy. So it's almost like a hybrid of Bob Does Sports and Good Good. It's like I think if Bob Does Sports and Good Good had a kid, but I'm assuming are probably a bit more brand friendly, because this is a business, like more of a business at the end of the day, I think, based around the content. So I bet they're being, I don't know, maybe they're not being ad friendly. I don't know. My point is that Bob Does Sports, but Good Good type challenges and Good Good type titles and Good Good type thumbnails, you know, definitely targeting a younger audience, whatever. So that's why I don't talk about them, but they are absolutely doing something right. Clearly, the numbers speak for themselves. 1 million plus views on every video. But again, it's just you guys don't know because in the Americas, we're probably just not getting served their videos as much. But it's YouTube Golf Group. It's YouTube Golf Group, like I said, that's kind of blending a couple channels together, and I think doing a good job of it. You have to stand out. You have to be intuitive. Now, obviously, if this was like something that like these were 6 random people who were clouded out before starting it, this wouldn't work. Like so many people try to do this. So many people think that like, you know, them and their buddies are so funny together that they're just going to post on YouTube and it'll be funny. But like, truly, this is like a, what's the word? Like a not once in a lifetime. That's very dramatic, but like a real one-off. Like it's because of their following that they are able to do this, but they have incredible personalities which do carry the content and make the content great for the people who love them and people who maybe can relate to this kind of golf and like this kind of golf. But my point is it's definitely the following that kind of brought them into this. So it's very entertaining. It's very interesting. I think for the community, it's great. Like expanding, I mean, it sounds funny to say expanding more into the UK, but really in the last couple of years, YouTube Golf has been dominated by the Americans. Like it was so UK at the beginning, like Rick Shields, Peter Finch, all that, but it has been dominated much more by American-based channels. So now to have another UK channel kind of coming out, definitely pushing for views. I mean, it's creating a lot of competition. These guys are getting more views than pretty much every YouTube golf channel except Bryson and Graham. Like literally, like more than Rick, more than Peter Finch, those are UK creators, but even American creators. I mean, I think on average, they're probably pulling more views right now than Good Good. Let's just take a quick comparison look. Good Good is, I think, probably sitting around like 500,000 views a video on average. Yeah, right around, kind of floating up, floating down. They obviously have their majors, which get up there. They have the old 1 million view plus, but yeah, like 500,000 to 600,000 views. Obviously, these guys are sitting at like 1 million is like a low video for them. So yeah, it's crazy to see what they're doing. They're obviously still new, but I mean, they did put this out 5 months ago, and I kind of thought maybe people would get bored of it, but I mean, it's still going very, very strong. So anyways, guys, that's news. That's the update. I mean, it's the winter. Like I said, not a ton happening. You guys click on these videos, you're literally just mainly clicking on to hear me talk about things I find interesting, which I guess is what you've always been doing, but we're much more in the weeds now because, I mean, it's the winter. There's just not as much going on in YouTube golf, but hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.